as I am finishing up my time here at Penn, I think it's a reflective period. You look back and think, okay, I spent 4 years here. What have I done? And I think one thing that I really do wish, which predates Penn, is that I kind of wish I wasn't gifted. The gifted program was great for me, right? I met, well, a lot of my friends. Well, the only one I talk to now because I kept leaving the country, I kept leaving the area, but that's beside the point. Um, I've had friends there. I met a lot of like-minded individuals. The TDSB really did me well, especially me leaving my area. I knew something outside of Rexdale. So why is it now I'm saying, oh my god, I wish I wasn't gifted? Well, it kind of became a whole thing. And now going to a school like Penn where everyone's gifted, you no longer feel special. And everyone wants to feel special. So imagine how it is. You go your whole life. Well, let me not say your whole life. Well, I would say my whole life because before I even knew that I was like gifted or whatever, they said I was gifted. Um, I was the smart one. I was like, oh my god, I'm reading above my level. Da da da. Um, and then I was, deemed as gifted. Nice, cool. Um, and then I became scared of making a mistake. That's where everything. Because now if I'm not gifted, I don't have anything. Now if I'm not smart and I have to ask for help, I'm not special anymore. And I've noticed that there's this phenomenon. I've been seeing videos around of like other people who are gifted who are experiencing the same level. I think even Healthy Gamer made a video about that. But again, like at the end of the day, I just kind of wish that like I being smart was not my whole identity, and me being able to figure stuff out by myself was not my whole thing. But I think in and out of the classroom for a lot of the parts of my life, like that was the thing. Like I am the oldest, and there are four of us, and my parents, immigrants or whatever. I had to figure stuff out not only for my siblings, but for myself, for my family. Right? They didn't care about the result, how I did it. The only thing that mattered is that I did it and I did it well. So if I come here and now I'm struggling, my parents only have a 4.0 at Penn, studying comp. Like, let's be so serious right now. But I do not have the heart to tell them because they're not gonna think, especially my dad. He's not gonna be like, oh my god, Amoye, that must be really hard. He'd be like, huh? What are you doing? If you're doing X, Y, Z, you're not trying hard enough. Everyone thinks I have it under control. No one really looks out for me like that because they're like, oh, Amoye's got it. Amoye always got it. Amoye don't got it. And I've internalized, again, this gifted one to where I've made it so I don't ask for help and I figure it out. Now, people who don't know that I, was gifted or whatever still have that same idea of me. I'm so scared of, again, making a mistake. I'm so scared of being seen, especially seen making a mistake. Yikes, that's a killer combo. And I'm 21 now, right? It's been how many years since I started gifted back in like 10 years ago, 10, 11 years ago now, 2014. Yeah. However, I'm not going to continue with my life thinking, oh my god, man, if only when I was 10, they didn't say I was gifted, my life would be so different now. Relatively speaking, I'm still quite young, and this is not a set behavior. Again, that's another thing I'm learning, right? I'm learning that I think when you have the title gifted, when it's like, okay, I gift you this, you didn't do anything to get it. You just have it. It's a gift, right? So I think that's another thing too, where when I try and learn something and it's hard, I feel like, oh my god, I can't do it. I was not gifted this ability. And that's something that needs to, I need to get rid of it. But again, I don't want to be that guy who would be like 35 and it's like, oh my god, my life is like this because I was gifted I was called gifted when I was 10. I beg your pardon. Let's be so serious right now, right? That's something that can change. And I think that's one part of it too, why I did the example of having a growth mindset. Accepting that if I don't understand something now, I will be able to understand it. And I think I've said this before, where almost, I call it a track mindset. I was not really an athletic guy when I first started when I first started throwing. That didn't matter. I did it anyway. And I learned, right? Anytime in track when something didn't work out, I'm like, hey man, on to the next. I'll figure it out. Why can't I have that same? And it's still something I struggle with. I'm about to finish uni just tomorrow, and it's still something I'm struggling with in my classes where it's like if something does not click right now, you know? And again, I have to understand this is like years, almost like a decade plus, if I'm being honest, of something that's been like entrenched in my mind that I'm now trying to unlearn. So I should practice grace for myself there. So, how am I going to solve this problem? Good question. It's way easier said than done, because one thing I can tell you is that I'm gonna not be anxious when I start my work. But I still get so anxious and I procrastinate, not because I don't want to do it, but because I want to do it and I want to do it so well. And I'm like, oh my god, if I don't do it well, there's no point. Like my 7th grade teacher said, if something's worth doing, it's worth doing well. I'm experienced with one in job stuff. I'm like, oh my god, my application's not perfect. I might as well not apply. What? So against hopping on this YouTube thing again, because that's why I started it. I think I made the video of like making videos how I'm gonna like get over my perfectionism, but it came up again. It came up again. This is a vile's a bit of a strong word, but it's a strong thing that I'm doing. But again, like just starting the camera and just doing the thing, just to say that I did it. Just to say that I did it, okay? Who cares? I think also too, in my life, like just going to the gym. That's something I've not been to the gym by myself. I don't know, because I'm so scared. And I usually have to go with other people just to not be in my head, but because I'm like, oh my god, my workout's not perfect. I didn't plan it out well. And my personal trainer, girl, just go. So that's definitely like another thing. And like I'm gonna start off with that. I think that's easy enough of a goal to do, to go and not have a perfect workout and do that and continue this one here. And not think about money when it comes to this. This gifted title is very like invasive. I think that's, especially to a young mind. But yeah, man, as I'm just graduating here, I want to be better. I don't want to like have such a defeatist attitude, because I think that does contribute to why I feel so sad. But yeah, it's gonna take a bit of work, but I've never been one that does not want to work hard. The only thing that stops me is, again, this perfection. I'm feeling like if I can't do it well, what's the point? But thank you.